According to a British cultural survey, by 2014, there are 211 social enterprises, about 800 to 900 foreign non-governmental organizations, and 165,000 social projects in Vietnam. They provide Vietnam with positive changes in the areas of education, culture, environment, social security for disabled people. However, those projects are run separately, and places for them to connect with the community are rare.
Me as an educator, I wanted a place where young people could come and that they didn't have to pay to buy an expensive ticket, but where they could just come, it was free, they got to see inspiring, creative people and almost like role models so that they can see where they might go if they really work hard and are determined with their creative work.
Creative Morning is an international non-profit project which is created to share with people about career experiences in the creative industry. In the past, these meetings were usually held at cafes, but now they have a space to connect with the community and meet up with like-minded people. This co-working space is called the Learning Hub. Non-profit organizations, social enterprises, and community projects such as Creative Morning are often invited here to share about their work. The founders of this space wanted to be a place for connecting meaningful projects and spreading positivity to the community.
In a big system, we are all linked to each other, and if I have a positive impact, it will inspire other people to have a positive impact.
Hello and welcome to Sharing Vietnam. Today we'll have a conversation with Phạm Đình Long, the community builder of the Learning Hub in Hanoi. He will share with us about how the Learning Hub intends to support social enterprises as well as individuals who want to create positive impact. Thank you so much for joining us today. Could you please introduce a little bit about yourself?
So my name is Phạm Đình Long. I'm from Paris, but my parents are from Huế. So I was born in France, but I have Vietnamese name and Vietnamese roots. When I was young, I was like, why don't I have a French name and stuff? But now I'm like quite happy with my Vietnamese name.
What do you think about Vietnam?
I really love living in Hanoi. I like how Hanoi is peaceful, even though if you go out in the street, it looks like it's not peaceful and it's chaos, but I know people are so chill here. And what I love about Vietnamese people, I mean, one thing I don't know, it really appears, Vietnamese people are very like energetic, entrepreneur and stuff. I meet all these people who are 18-year-old and they have a business, they start to make money. And
what do you believe in positive impact?
It's natural to do things that have a positive impact on either the society and environment. I know it makes me feel, well, first good about myself because, yeah, I do something meaningful for other people, for the environment, for me. And yeah, and I know that when I do things like this, it also influences other people that don't know what I know, and they like, oh, why, for example, why don't you use a plastic straw? So I would be like, oh, because plastic straw is very terrible for the environment, it goes to the landfill. And they start to question themselves and start to think, oh, okay, so maybe I will not do that. I will not use plastic straw anymore. And then it's chain. So yeah, it's nice to feel that I can have an impact and that I'm also kind of, like in a big system, we are all linked to each other. And if I have a positive impact, it will inspire other people to have a positive impact. And more people, and then it's perfect.
What is important for social enterprises and individuals who want to create positive impact to connect to each other, in your opinion?
Place to them to feel, to be surrounded by people who they know they will be reactive to what they are doing, will not hesitate to spread the word about what they're doing, and at the same time, co-working space providing capacity building to help people develop skills, to be more sustainable, to have more impact. And it's very, it's a good mix of different things to help the ecosystem. You just come here to work and you want to relax, so you go sit down on the bean bags, and one girl starts to speak to you, and you're like, okay, we have so much in common. Maybe we can do something together. And it's just the beginning, but yeah, I really believe that it can create like big things.
How does the Learning Hub support social enterprises?
Like really a place where you have your project, and no one tells you your project it's not possible, it's very bad, or you should work in another more profitable industry. Will be more like, oh, that's amazing, you want to change this issue, okay, we know this guy can help you, or work here, or like, yeah. And more than that, it's about really creating a community around all social enterprise, NGOs, communities, and really, yeah, like facilitate the community so they actually meet between each other. And by meeting like many people, you get fresh ideas, you can get ways of collaboration. And because, yeah, we believe that if you have a cool project, it's very nice, but if you are alone, it will be much more difficult, because it's already difficult to start your own business, for example, and even more when it's a social business, you have so many things to take care of. So if we can provide support, if we can bring you the connections that you need to really develop your projects, then yeah, it's really what we want to do.
The idea of this space originated from some members of Nomads. Nomads is an organization that provides innovative non-formal education programs for those who want to make a positive difference in their society.
Nomads is a meaningful project, and it feels like a waste to only run Nomads in this space while there are a lot of other projects out there that also need a space to run. That's why we expanded the Learning Hub. People who are working for meaningful projects, so that we can all support and grow together.
A co-working space is a place where different individuals and organizations come and work together. Most of them are startups and freelancers. Appearing in Vietnam since 2012, and after 6 years, this model has grown tremendously, creating community in diverse fields such as architecture, technology, etc. To the Learning Hub is a community who are interested in creating positive social impacts. There is a variety of activities which are organized here, such as inspirational movies showing with related topics about environment, education, humans, educational self-development events through art, meditation, music. This activity have connected many people, from members of other co-working spaces to individuals who wish to build their own personal development programs.
Learning Hub thì là đối tượng chủ yếu hướng đến là những cái doanh nghiệp xã hội hoặc là những cái tổ chức về giáo dục. Thì cái không gian như thế này nó cũng làm cho mọi người gắn kết với nhau nhiều hơn. Tức là có rất nhiều bạn trẻ muốn đến đây để cùng chia sẻ cái góc nhìn của các bạn ý về một vấn đề cụ thể mà workshop nó đang đề cập tới chẳng hạn. Thì đây là cái nơi mà mình có thể chia sẻ nhiều hơn.
I'm personally very interested in personal development and how people can live better lives. That means live more healthily, work productively, and enjoy their lives. What I'm trying to do is give workshops on topics that help people to live better lives. And in general, reaching out to people who work in the same field like me. Yeah.
Connecting social entrepreneurs and non-profit organizations will bring about positive changes for society. In addition to specialized seminars, they can also be linked through activities in the co-working spaces. These places play the role of an ecosystem that help connect members with the same interest, which is a desire to spread positive things to the community in this case. Can you please share with us about some social co-working spaces in the world support their social enterprises?
a social co-working space which is called Impact Hub. And it's actually a network of social co-working space around the world in like a lot of different cities. Yeah, they wanted to attract more social enterprise in the space, so they started to do a mapping of social enterprise in Cambodia, do some programs to either help young people create a social business or directly help social entrepreneurs to be more sustainable. And they started to create programs funded by corporates, big companies, to target youth Cambodian people into knowing more about the world they live in and knowing more about social businesses, and really help them in a whole program, in a whole process to start their own social enterprise, social startup. And yeah, it was the first program, and now now that I speak to them, they have like 10 programs at the same time. It's very successful. It targets youth people, it targets people who just want to know more about the world they live in, but without necessarily wanting to start a business, but just to know what they can do in their daily life to have an impact. It can target corporates who want to develop CSR strategies. Yeah, they really focus on programs to really have a big impact, and they kept the co-working space for all the social enterprise NGOs to meet and have a place to meet.
What activity do you think that have connect people and spreads positive energy?
We invite like many social enterprise to speak to a large amount of audience, but from time to time when we have small events, we invite social enterprise to come and share with the few people who are here. So last time we had so say no to plastic bag, nói Khong, vai, tôi ni lông. So yeah, they managed to share like, in front of 15 people who came to watch a movie. Last time during one of Nomad's program, they invited a social enterprise from Australia, and they are doing alternative education to raise awareness about social enterprise in Australian universities. So they do that in the curriculum, and then they bring the Australian students in Vietnam to understand the ecosystem and to support projects. And it's in our plan to do that in a bigger scale and more intentionally.
Do you think that social mission could be part of any organization?
Yeah, I think profit is necessary for every company to be sustainable, but then you want the company to be sustainable, but also the world you live in to be sustainable. I know for me it should come together, that if you have a product, then yeah, be mindful about what the product has, what the consequences the product has on the environment and society, and what you can do to make it better. I just ran into this company called Image, which is a post-production photo company. They train, like half of the staff is people with disabilities that they train for free and follow up during the whole working process. But they don't market on it, they don't really speak about it. They just speak about it when they have a customer who's curious about how they work. And I think it's nice. It's like they wanted to have a social mission, but it's not their main mission. Their main mission is the value they provide to the customer, but at the same time they want to have a social mission and give back to society. And I think every company should behave like this, like provide value to your customer and then be mindful of what you're doing, if it has a bad impact on the environment or not.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
And that's all for our Sharing Vietnam today. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next episode.